Today, we're going to talk about the Waves Debreather. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome into Earl Hall Studio and StepsToVoiceOverSuccess.com, where we show the brand new and upcoming voiceover artist how to really build a successful voiceover business. I'm really excited today about what we're going to be talking about. I am an absolute fan of all of the Waves plugins. It doesn't matter what DAW you use, Waves will work with any of your digital audio workstations across the board, even Audacity. You just got to do a couple things to finagle it, but it'll work. You should check that out. Maybe I'll make a video on that one as well. But today what I want to highlight is just one of the plugins from Waves, the Debreather. Yeah. If you make any sort of audio, you already understand what it takes to go back in, find your breaths, and then take them out so it's not in the final production. If you've never seen this little ingenious plugin from Waves that really, literally, straight out of the box works on taking out your breaths, I'm going to show you exactly how it works right now. The DAW that I'm using is Adobe Audition, what is it, CC, let me just pull it back up here. It is CC 2017. Okay, I've got the latest version of Adobe Audition. So I'm going to show you right now. And by the way, you can get Waves today. And I have a link in the description of this video, 10% off the price of Waves. And you should check it out. I'm going to put a direct link to it so you can go get it. Actually, I'll give you 10% off any plugin you want to get from Waves. So let's take a look at the demo that I did so you can see how miraculous this whole thing is with the Waves Debreath Mono. Okay, now here's a real live example of how this Debreather from Waves works. It is absolutely amazing. It saves me such a ton of time when I'm doing voiceover work. You won't believe. Now, you can take a look at the wave pattern. I haven't done any sort of processing to it. This is audio directly out of my Electro Voice RE320 is what the audio came from. I decided to use that one instead of my Norman TLM 103. I may use that in a different example, but just letting you know the mic that I'm using for this, and this is the direct wave pattern laid out from it. Okay, you can see there's a couple breaths in here. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. Anyone that's been doing audio recording for a while knows what a breath looks like. You get to see a visual representation, so you kind of know what they are. But let's listen to this audio before I do the Debreather. Meet Dan and Crystal. Both were in similar auto accidents, but both did not treat their injuries the same way. Dan didn't get the proper treatment, and it has affected the rest of his life. Okay, so that was just a little clip from an explainer video from one of my clients I did a little bit ago. Now, let's watch the magic. What I'm going to do, I just highlighted the whole waveform by basically just double clicking. And now I'm just going up to my effects and my VST effects, my Waves effects, and we're going to go into Debreath Mono. Now, I got to pull this onto screen so you can see it. All right, so now what this is going to do, can I make this any smaller? Oh, I think I can. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to play this audio, and Waves is going to show me where the breaths are. I guess I can't make it smaller. All right, so take a look as I play the audio. Meet Dan and Crystal. You'll see that light mark. That's a breath. Boom, Waves picked up all three breaths. Affected the rest of his life. Okay, now all I do, it's done playing. Let me just stop my audio here. All I do now is apply it, and you'll see 1, 2, 3. Those breaths are gone now. So let's take a listen to this audio after using the Waves Debreather. Meet Dan and Crystal. Both were in similar auto accidents, but both did not treat their injuries the same way. Dan didn't get the proper treatment, and it has affected the rest of his life. There it is. Waves took out every single breath. Okay, tell me that was not simply amazing to see how the Waves Deep Breath Mono took out those breaths. It was flawless the way that it did it. Now you can always go back in if you think there's too much space left between what you said, the breath, and the next thing you said. Just, you can do a little cut and delete or something like that to kind of make it a little bit closer. I find that it's pretty good just leaving it the way that it is, but of course, your taste is what matters. Once again, I want you to know I've got a link set up right in the description if you want to go and get that 10% discount off of this Waves plugin, the Deep Breath Mono. It is going to be more than worth the investment for the time that you save. You can't get that back. You know what it's like going in there, highlighting each little breath, deleting it, finding the next one, deleting it. That's pretty much how come all of us voiceover experts can visually identify a breath, because we're so used to having to go in and cut those bastards out of all of our audio. So once again, leave me tell me your issues. Tell me your problems you're having with, or maybe your tips and tricks to get rid of breaths. You might use a gate on your audio to take out the breaths, but sometimes I find that a little tricky. But I want to know, what do you use? Do you use the old highlight and cut or delete method of taking out breaths? And what do you think this Waves plugin, the Deep Breath Mono, is going to do for you in regard as a time saver for putting out your audio? Hey, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.